Okay, I'm back in the portal again. You understand me? First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the true name of the living God of Israel. Yahweh Shai is the true name of the one that everyone ignorantly called Jesus. And Rakakwadash is the true name of the word Holy Spirit in Paleo Hebrew. Second, I want to give honor and pay honor and homage to the great brothers and the great elders of Great Millstone. These brothers, without them, I wouldn't be able to come to y'all with this wise game. You understand me? With this wise game, you feel me? So yeah. And let me say also, I am not a part of Great Millstone. These are brothers that I learned from. A lot of my ideas, I listen to these brothers and I learn from them. So a lot of my ideas, when I come on with these lessons, the spirit leads, it leads me. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I listen to psychologists, economists, and lots of other people, but I believe that Great Millstone has 100% truth. That's why I listen to those brothers. Out of all of the Hebrew Israelite camps, I believe those brothers have the 100% truth. And that's just what it is with me. Every man is different. I can't speak for every man. I'm only speaking for myself. That's like, certain physicists and certain psychologists, other men might feel like this psychologist or this physicist or this biologist might be better for them than, the ones that I might choose, but, I just like to learn, you know what I'm saying? So, and hopefully, the spirit of the Lord, using me, can allow you guys to also learn, and hopefully I'm a great teacher, at what I do. But yeah, today, you feel me? I want to get into, and I really don't know what I might name this lesson, but I know that I want to get into, the nature of a king. You know what I'm saying? And then you have two different types of kings, bro. You got an unruly king, and then you have a righteous king. You know what I'm saying? Most people, when they hear the word king, they get the, how can I put it? The royalty comes with it, but also it's the nature of a king that counts the most, especially with the Most High God of Israel. And this right here, man, is strictly for kings, man. It builds your mind into a king mind frame, and you see things for what it is. So far as dealing with other men, dealing with women, dealing with riches, dealing with different states that one might perceive themselves to be in at different moments of their life. And regardless of whatever state that you be in, the nature of you still have to maneuver as a king, as a righteous king, but you do also have kings that are unruly, which are the total opposite of righteous kings. They do everything totally opposite. Still are kings, still have a prestige nature about themselves, but just ruly. That's like give you an example. That's like a dope man, right? A big dope man and a prophet. Both are kings in their own rights, but one is righteous and one is unruly, right? You know what I'm saying? But both still have a prestige nature. Certain things, but I want to really tend to the righteous nature, and this book gets into both natures of a king. Man, when you a king, you have access to everything. Women, jewels, everything. But a righteous king have something that an unruly king don't have, because an unruly king still have access to those things, but a righteous king has something that's way more valuable and precious, and that's wisdom, right? With wisdom, with this game right here, you understand me? you can attain everything, but without the wisdom, you won't be able to keep it. And everything that you have in your life as a man, right? You have to be able to rule over that correctly. And you got to use wisdom. You have to use, if you don't have any wisdom, you won't have any discernment. And everything you have in your life is your property, women included. And I think that's why women really hate the Bible, because at the end of the day, they're nothing but property. That's all they are. I know, and that's a king mind frame. You know, if you, as a man, if you can't think like that, if you can't view a woman from that aspect, if you see her as your equal, if you see her as, you know, basically that, if you see a woman as your equal from a man mind, you don't have the mind frame of a king. You're not built for this. Okay, I'm really speaking to those who have the nature of a king out there. You understand me? And I understand a lot of you men are peasants, right? A lot of you men you were designed to really just be soldiers. Some of y'all are just peasants. You not even on the rank of being a soldier. Okay, but I'm communicating and to the kings, right? And the righteous kings. But even the unruly kings still see the woman from a mind frame and a mind state of being nothing more than just property, right? And we're going to get that. We're going to get that. That's Ecclesiasticus, right? 36, right? And this is why women hate the Bible, right? Because you're not that important, right, to a king, right? This is Ecclesiasticus 36 and 24, right? It says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. And I spoke on that yesterday, right? That your woman is supposed to be, you know, a pillar of rest, a pillar of peace for you, right? As a king. You understand? But our women today don't want to respect us in a kingly nature, because let's be honest, we're not actually, most men are not actually doing things of a king, and basically that, bro. When you a king, you're selfish, and I know a lot of you guys are, no, Chaz, you can't be selfish. Yes, you're selfish. You have to be selfish. You have to be selfish with your time. You have to be selfish with the people that you associate yourself with. You have to be mindful of the people that you associate yourself with. And this book goes all into it, right? Goes all into it, right? And it gives you the wisdom on how to go and conduct yourself as a king. This book builds you up to be a king. If you have the fortitude to do such of a thing. Yeah, so you know, but when you have this wisdom, right, and you're activating this wisdom within your life, right, women, they're gonna break themselves, right? And that's why, you know, a lot of people in this society look down on pimps. But without the selling of whores, right, without them selling them, they're not doing anything wrong. Right? Only reason why a pimp is necessarily wrong, because he's a whoremonger. Now, that word whoremonger, to the Christian church is taking that word completely out of context. A whoremonger is not someone who just sleep around. A whoremonger is just what the word says. You are a seller of whores, right? But the nature of a pimp is a kingly nature, right? He's a man of renaissance. That's a righteous king, right? So if he could just remove the selling of those women, he will be operating in this pure essence. And you know, and that's the way that a king is supposed to you know, operate himself, right? And it's sad, bro, because pimps get so bad. I'm talking about real pimps who actually live by the game, right? Who actually live by the rules of the game, who actually maneuver correctly, right? who also understands that one has to refrain from sex, and one has to, have to have the wisdom to administer that wisdom to these various different women and manage them and conduct over them properly. And that's a hard job, and I think that's why pimps get, pimps who do move in that manner, they get such of a bad backlash, because not too many men can do that, right? Not too many men are disciplined to even begin to do that. But when you are maneuvering in such of a fashion, because in this society we've been told that you only supposed to have one wife, and I'm gonna get what that's not true, and that's Exodus 21:10, right? Because you can have more than one wife or more than one woman, right? 21:10. It's just you have to rule over her correctly, right? Let's go over it. This is Exodus 21:10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall not be diminished. So which means that you can't be biased with this woman right here than you are with this woman, right? Both have to receive equal things, right? If you buy a house for her, you have to buy a house for her, right? You buy jewelry for her, you have to buy jewelry for her. Pimps understand this, right? They keep the stable under control, right? That's the way that you have to maneuver. And women hate that shit, dog, because this book, it's for us. It's for us as men, but it's for us to rule correctly, right? And you're part of the empire. That's all you are. You're part of the empire. It's just like chess, right? Any pawn can go to the end of the board, and once that pawn makes it, right, you can turn any pawn into a queen, but the game never stops until the king is checkmated, right? You know what I'm saying? Yes, the queen can move all over the board. She can go as far as she wants, left, right, up, down, diagonally. She can do all that, but the game never stops until the king is in checkmate. And if you pay attention to chess, the king can move in those same directions as the queen, but he only can take one step at a time. Why? Because it takes wisdom, right? It takes wisdom, to be able to govern the board. Okay? That's for my chess players out there. You know what I'm saying? Because chess is a real game of life, right? And women, when done properly, are used to manipulate the board, right? And we're going to get that with the great brother, King David, right? Because King David married his first wife, Michal. But Michal, right, he only married Michal for political gain, right? And that he was playing chess. He was playing real life chess. That's 2 Samuel, right? And what happened with Michal, his wife, her father, right? Because she was so in love with David that Saul, right? Who was her father, King Saul, he was playing chess too, but he played himself. Right, he played himself, and actually it played off in David's hand when it came down to it, because Saul was only letting her go with David to keep David from creating a coup against him. But he actually caused the coup to come on him because of his insecurity towards the brother David. Shout out to King David. We're gonna get David, man. We're gonna get the great king. Yeah, but Michal, man, when she so she ended up, after David got down, after King Saul came at David and tried to kill him, he took Michal and gave her to another king, right? But by right, she belonged to David. So when Saul died, David went back to go get his motherfucking possession, right? And we gonna get that. We gonna get that. That's 2 Samuel 6:20, right? And you women, right? Man, you gotta be selfish with these women, man. Like, and we gonna let David show you how selfish you gotta be, right? Because when a bitch get out of line, right? The greatest punishment to that bitch is holding your dick from her. See, you niggas giving dick away like it's fucking candy, when you really supposed to be treating your dick like a holiday. And I got that from my dog. Shout out to Sim for the P. May peace and blessings be upon his life, right? And I advise you guys to go look at that that vlog that Sim for the P did. Called Treat Your Dick Like a Holiday, right? You gotta treat your dick like a holiday, bro. And that's what SR do for us. It puts you in a king mind frame. But we gonna get this about Michal right quick, right? It say, this is 6:20, 2 Samuel 6:20. It say, then David returned to bless his household, and Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David and said, how glorious was the king of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovered himself. So she mocking the great king right now. See, she being a bitch right now, just like most black bitches be, right? Because she done got comfortable with, she really mad with David. You know what I'm saying? So just like a black bitch, when she get mad, she flipping off at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? And she's mad with David right now because David went and got her motherfucking ass. Because she was, the man that she was with, she ended up really falling in love with the man. David ain't give a fuck about none of that. David like, bitch, because David still playing chess. Because David like, if I get this hoe back, then the motherfuckers that was working for Saul, they gonna come on my band. It's gonna come back in their mind like, yeah, David is that nigga. David is that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So David was like, man, go get that bitch. That's my bitch anyway. She belong to me anyway. That's my motherfucking property. Fuck that nigga. And if he play with you, kill that nigga on the spot. Yeah. And by right, David had the right to do that. Right? Let's keep reading. And David said unto Michal, it was before the Lord. So David like, bitch, you lying hoe. I wasn't dancing in front of none of them hoes. Bitch, I was dancing in front of the Lord, bitch. Yeah, let's keep reading. Which chose me before thy father. So David getting back smart with that hoe like, bitch. Yeah, bitch, I was dancing in front of my king. Bitch, that chose me over your bitch ass daddy. Let's keep reading. And before all his house to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord of Israel, over Israel. So David still, David still going off on that hoe. You feel me? Therefore, will I play before the Lord? So David like, yeah, man, the king chose me. You feel me? Fuck your daddy, bitch, and fuck you too. And I'm about to let you know, bitch, fuck you. Let's keep reading. And I will yet be more vile than dust. So David like, bitch, since you wanna open your motherfucking mouth, bitch, and down talk me, bitch, not realizing, bitch, who you talking to, bitch. I'm about to show you how dirty a real one can get, bitch. Watch this though. Be base in my own sight, and of the maidservants which thou hast spoken of them shall I be had in honor. So David say, bitch, I'm about to demote you, bitch. So see them hoes you saying I'm fucking? You know how black men, how we get anyway out here. You heard me? We'll tell a bitch quick, bitch. When that bitch accusing us of one of these hoes, we'll tell that bitch, since you accuse me of that hoe, I'm gonna go get that hoe some dick. That's what David saying right now. But watch what David say, right? Of them shall I be had in honor. And David like, bitch, when I get them hoes, they gonna honor the king. They gonna do what you ain't doing right now, bitch. They gonna respect the king, bitch. Therefore, Michal, the daughter of Saul, had no child until the day of her death. That means David stopped giving that hoe dick. David cut that hoe off, and she still couldn't go nowhere. Yeah. It was an embarrassment for a woman not to bear children. That was an embarrassment. Right? For a woman to be single or for her not to bear children, that was an embarrassment. Right? We might need to bring that back into America, but of course we not, because the white boy run this shit. But that was an embarrassment. Even today though, right? That single motherhood shit, like, even though black women try to up that shit, technically, and I mean, they know it deep within themselves. It's just them not taking accountability. But let's be real about it. That's an embarrassment. If you call yourself a single mother, you should be embarrassed of yourself. Yes. But as the king, right? As the king that David was, right? He understood his power, not just as a man, but as the king, right? But fuck that, as a man first, because like Sinful the P always state, right? Shout out to Sinful, man. Before you anything, you a man first. So before David was in the mind frame of a king, he understood I'm a man first. He understood the value of his dick. So yeah, bitch, I ain't giving you no more dick, bitch. Cutting that off, ho. And you ain't going back to that nigga. Fuck you. Yeah, bitch, you gonna die with no children, bitch. Fuck you. This how valuable as a man that you are, king. This how valuable as a man that you are, king. You know, but you gotta respect yourself in that manner. See, if you don't respect yourself in that manner, you can't expect for no bitch to respect you in that manner. See, if David would have let that hoe slide, that hoe wouldn't have respected David no more. But David checked that bitch, and you got to do that. And sometimes you got to cut that hoe off to get her motherfucking mind right, to let her know you the king. Right? Some of you niggas stuck in marriages and scared to go file that divorce. Some of you niggas stuck in relationships with these hoes, and you knowing this hoe ain't treating you like the king that you are, but you just don't want to leave because you don't put time in with this bitch. How you expect for that hoe to respect you? I'm talking today. But when you do use wisdom, right? You get another example. Right? When you do use your wisdom, right? We're going to go to 1 Kings, right? Chapter 10, right? A bitch will break herself, right? Like Queen Sheba, right? A bitch will break herself. See, anything a woman got when you using your wisdom, right? When you know who you are as a man, right? When you understand that you're a man and you got this wisdom that's allowing you to walk in this kinghood, right? When you come across a woman, right? She going to break herself. Cause you already in the mind frame of, bitch, if you wanna be in my presence, everything that's yours belong to me. It's mine. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it, right? Right? Let's get it. This is 1 Kings chapter 10. Let's get it. 10 and where is Sheba? Sheba broke herself. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here you go right here. Beginning 10 and 1, right? This is 1 Kings 10 and 1. It's saying, when the queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord, she came to prove him with hard questions. So Sheba, you know, she hearing Solomon, you know, talking, you know, all these great things. Well, he using the wisdom of the Lord, right? He got this game in his life, right? She hearing. See, when you applying this game in your life, see, people they gonna come draw you out, bro. They gonna come seek you out, right? Yeah, they gonna come seek you out. I just need to talk to him. Maybe he can help me out. It's the energy alone, right? Let's keep reading. And she came to prove him with hard questions, just like anybody that's gonna do when they feel you got that wisdom. And she came to Jerusalem with a very great train, with camels that bear spices and very much gold and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart, which means her mind. So all the things she had on her mind, she went on. Solomon, what about this? Solomon, what about this? Solomon, what about this? Let's see how the king responded to her. And Solomon told her all her questions. There was not anything hid from the king, which he told her not. And when the queen of Sheba had seen all Solomon's wisdom and the house that he had built, and the meat of his table, right? This game, right? Let's keep reading. And the sitting of his servants, right? His servants, right? And the attendance of his ministers, right? These people respecting this man. He got extreme wisdom. He's applying the wisdom of the Most High God, right? Yeah. And their apparel and the cupbearers and his ascent, right? By which he went up unto the house of the Lord, there was no more spirit in her, right? Look, man. Good communication to make a bitch cross her motherfucking legs. Well, I don't know if y'all know body language of women, but if a woman cross her legs around you, right, her pussy getting wet. If she bite her lips, her pussy getting wet. Right? Is a woman gonna give you choosing signals. So she was giving Solomon choosing signals. She like, nigga, I ain't never met a man like you. See, this how a bitch supposed to be when she come around in your presence. Right? Before you even open your mouth, your presence alone supposed to carry that. I don't give a fuck if you wearing rags. Your presence, right? That's what semen retention do for you though. You understand me? You understand? Let's keep reading. And she said to the king, it was a true report that I heard in my own land of thy acts and of thy wisdom. So she's saying, nigga, everything I heard about you, because you know hoes talk. And you know bitch ass niggas talk too. They don't talk around you. They don't talk to you. Right? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And not just bitch ass niggas. Bitch ass niggas gonna talk, but they gonna deal in a hateful way. But then you have other men that also speak highly of you. Right? Man, that boy cold, boy. Man, that's my dog right there. That boy cold. So if a bitch around and she hearing that language right about you, right? Of course, she's gonna become curious. Right? Let's keep reading. Right? Howbeit I believe not the words until I came. Yeah, she heard about it, and believe me, she believed it, but she needed to see it for herself, just like most women do. Right? She needed to see it for herself. Right? Just hearing it wasn't enough for her. Right? Until I came and my eyes had seen it, and behold, the half, right? Let's see what she say. The half not told me, thy wisdom and prosperity exceedeth the fame which I heard. She said, look, man, from what me just communicating with you, I really don't want to leave. I really want to be yours. I really want to be yours. Like, the shit I heard, that don't even equal up to what I heard. You're marvelous. I'm so flabbergasted by being in your presence right now. And the beautiful words and the wisdom that you're giving me. You know what I'm saying? Now imagine this is King Solomon. Solomon, man, probably was singing for. You heard me? Solomon was a dog. Solomon probably got gold everywhere. You know, he looking prestigious. You feel me? Yeah. You know, she's flabbergasted. Right? The words off his lips alone is got our mind blown. You feel me? This game. Happy are thy men, and happy are these thy servants, which stand continually before thee, and that hear thy wisdom, right? And that's just like any of us that spit this good game, right? People gonna draw to you. You know what I'm saying? You could be on the phone with somebody, one of your people or something, and running this good game, right? Guess what? People gonna start coming around the phone conversation, right? Because the truth is being spoken. Right? And you got that kingly energy. You on semen retention. You fasted. You got that kingly energy. Yeah, people gonna draw. You understand me? You know, blessed be the Lord thy God, which delighted in thee to set thee on the throne of Israel, because the Lord loved Israel forever. Therefore made he the king to do judgment and justice. And she gave the king 120 talents of gold and of spices, very great store, and precious stones. There came no more such abundance of spices as these which the queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon. So she broke herself, right? Just like a hoe do to a pimp. She break herself, right? Yeah, because that pimp, when he's moving correctly, he's moving with wisdom. It's a prestige nature that he's moving with. He's a man of Renaissance. Okay? All right? And just like Queen Sheba, that hoe gonna break herself. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. She got a brand new BMW. Guess what? This is your BMW. You could drive it. That 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house she got. Yeah, no, this your house, right? If your wisdom is that supreme, you moving with that wisdom, man, that hoe will take you up there and tell you to go sign off on the paperwork, change everything over to your name. A woman will submit to a man with wisdom when you moving in a kingly nature. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, women today get, and they get bad rep, you know, and I go off on their ass too, you know what I'm saying? But, you gotta be like David, man. You know, you gotta be like his father, the king, right? You gotta put these hoes in check. Sometimes putting a bitch in check is not even entertaining her. Let that hoe talk. Let her talk. You a king. You ain't supposed to entertain her. Let that bitch talk. You know, you gotta maneuver yourself as a king, man. And Solomon had plenty of women. Let's read about it. Let's go to the next chapter, right? Because a lot of you bitches out there, see, y'all hate this Bible because this Bible put men back in their kingly position. That's why you hoes hate this Bible. And it put y'all back in y'all position as subjects. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. And But King Solomon loved many strange women, right? Together with the daughter of Pharaoh. Women of Moabites, those are the Chinese. Ammonites, Japanese. Edomites, those are Caucasian women. Zidonians and Hittites, right? Those are African women. Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them. Neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. That's why the Lord got on Solomon's ass. Because it wasn't the fact that Solomon had these women, and the Lord was really giving Solomon game on telling them not to fuck with them. You feel me? But the Lord was like, you're not doing nothing wrong if you do fuck with them. But I'm telling you not to fuck with them because I know how a bitch is. See, a bitch, just like a bitch today is no different from a bitch that we're reading about right now. Her whole job is to conquer you. Them hoes conquered Solomon. Right? Let's keep reading. Right? For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, and was as was the heart of David his father. That's what Solomon went off at. And a lot of stupid ass preachers out there be like, Solomon, God, that's why God wants you with one wife, because Solomon had all them women. Nah, that's not what Solomon went off at. Solomon had all those women, and it was right for him to have all those women, but Solomon fucked up when he stopped rocking with the Most High God. Solomon started following behind what them bitches went to telling him, as we just read. As long as Solomon would have been ruling over them hoes properly, right? Putting them hoes in check properly, the Lord would never been mad with Solomon. you still operating as a king. But when you let a bitch get in your head, right? When you let a bitch get in your head, she'll kill your whole kingdom. She'll kill your whole motherfucking kingdom. And that's because you don't feel in love. That's why love is superficial, man. It's not real, G. You know what I'm saying? Love will fuck over your whole empire. You know what I'm saying? In the Art of Seduction, the book of the Art of Seduction, there's a precept in there where the king of Rome seen Cleopatra, and he forgot all about his kingdom in Rome. Whole kingdom fell because he was chasing pussy. Shout out to Robert E. Greene, the book Art of Seduction. I told y'all I cite where I get my information from. But yeah, Solomon, he fell, bro. He left the Most High. Let's keep reading. Let's go down. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant. See, that's what Solomon went off at. See, Solomon stopped being a righteous king and became an unruly king. He lost everything. I've seen great men, bro. Great men. Even some dope dealers, bro, that move correctly, that you know, but a bitch ruined their whole empire. Ruined their whole empire. Ruined their whole motherfucking empire. I've seen not just dope dealers, but great men that worked hard. Worked hard. You know, but worked so hard, got him a house, got him, you know, a couple of cars, you know, had some money in the bank. Bitch came along, ruined everything, took everything away from him. Why? Because he stopped following the Most High God. See, when he was rocking by himself to acquire those things, the Lord was blessing him, blessing him, blessing him, blessing him. Even blessed him with that bitch. But he put more faith in that bitch than he did the Lord. He forgot about the Lord. It got to the point he even stopped talking to the Lord. He was just more concerned on what this bitch wanted. And once that bitch seen, she got this nigga conquered, time to cash in on him. And that's what them hoes did to Solomon. They cashed in on him. Man, that's cold-blooded, ain't it? That's cold-blooded. But we gonna get some more of this good game out of here, man. Cause this book teaches you, right, how to be a great king, man. And we're gonna go to Proverbs, right, 31, right? And cause it's gonna go straight along with what I'm saying right now, man. And this is coming from a woman, for all you bitches out there, right? A woman is telling a king this, right? Telling her son, who was a king, this information right here, right? Let's go to Proverbs 31. Because bitches, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. I talk about you bitches, but my mother is a female, right? And I'm gonna tell you bitches something, man. It would be an embarrassment, right? My mama done told me about you bitches, how you bitches come. Just like this lady right here is about to tell her son. Right? And if you got a great mother out there, she done warned you about bitches. You know, that's why most men bring, and if you notice that, men, women hate to meet your mama. Because another woman know another woman. You know what I'm saying? Another woman know another woman. You feel me? And mama know one thing. I was a hoe too. I was a hoe too. You know what I'm saying? If that mother really loves her son, she don't want her son to be with no hoe. She don't. Some women out there don't give a fuck. They hate men so much that they even hate their own sons. You understand? But a mother that do love her son, right? She know the nature that she got. Let's keep reading. Let's read this. This is Proverbs 31, right? And this is why the mother is able to tell the son this, because the son she know the nature of her as a woman. So she telling her son, like, let's read it. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him, right? What, my son? And what? The son of my womb. And what? The son of my vows. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted, right? Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that have heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more, right? Because she telling them, look, you get on that drink, a bitch will get you. You know, your discernment to get off. You know what I'm saying? You'll go to fucking over people on that drink. You know what I'm saying? You know, so she telling them some wise things. But the main thing is when she told him, you know, give not thy strength unto a woman. What is his strength? His time, his energy, his money, his semen, his sex. Don't get it to just don't get it. You need that. You need that. Semen retention. You need that. Right? Nor thy ways that which destroyeth kings. That bitch got the power to ruin your whole empire. She'll bring you down, king. That his mama telling him this. For all you bitches, all you bitter ass bitches that's watching me right now, this is coming from a woman, right? Let's get on. But a wise king, you know, when you wise, bruh, you know, you gonna search out this wisdom, dog. You gonna consume this wisdom. You feel me? Is that what I want? Is that what I want? It might have been 20 and 2. Proverbs 20 and 2. Yep, it say, wine is a mocker and strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise, right? The fear of a king is as the roaring of a lion. Whoso provoketh him to anger sinneth against his own soul. It is an honor for a man to cease from strife, but every fool will be meddling. See, these are rules. This is how you supposed to be maneuvering. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep reading. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg and harvest and have nothing. You understand? So, which means when it's good for you to get it, you need to get it. You need to get it, right? Because when bad days come, right, you're gonna be looking assed out, right? I done seen a lot of niggas do that. That come across money, not take advantage of the money, not use it wisely. When bad days came along, guess what? They was fucked off. They were fucked off. So they didn't move as a wise king. You get what I'm saying? I know a couple of brothers like that in my life. Came across great money in their lifetime. Blew through it. Blew completely through it. Now, look like they never had the money. Let's get something else, man. Let's get on Proverbs 28, right? 28 and 15 to 16, right? As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. See, that's not how you trying to be, right? Right? I know a lot of dope dealers, man. They used to, they used to treat the cluckers, man, or the fiends, like they weren't people. Like they weren't people at all. Kick them, talk bad to them, beat them up. Them niggas there didn't last long. They didn't last long at all. It was always the dope dealers that I seen that were respectful, treated people as people, regardless of what they came to get. And outside of the dope man, I'm only speaking because I grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Outside of them, men in general that just had like a nasty attitude with people, those people never lasted long. I don't care if it was Jaws or whatever. You feel me? They never lasted long. It's like trouble always seemed to find them. But the men in the community that was upright, they didn't take no bullshit from nobody, but they treated people with respect. Those men, they ended up living. They ended up living long. You know what I'm saying? Still here. You know? And those are the men. That's how you wanna operate. You wanna move as a righteous king out here, man. It's crazy, bro, but it's crazy, bro, but I mean, this book is all about wisdom, man. Proverbs, Ecclesiasticus, the Wisdom of Solomon. See them books there? Psalms. But mainly Proverbs, Ecclesiasticus, and Wisdom of Solomon, say, bro, will transform your mind into a king. Totally. Transform your mind into a king. I want to get Wisdom of Solomon, because I just brung up Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 1. But in order for wisdom to deal with you, and I'm glad I went to Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon is in a book called the Apocrypha. This book sits where these collection of books sit in between the Old Testament and New Testament. The white man took it out. I got other videos explaining why. He didn't want nobody to know who he was, right? In the reincarnation process. Okay? But only way wisdom can deal with you, you cannot be a malicious soul. It's like wisdom has to choose you. It has to be some type of piousness and an uprightness about your character in order for wisdom to come knocking at your door. Okay? In order for wisdom to incite you to begin to seek her out. Okay? Let's get it. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 4. It says, "For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin." Okay? Wisdom ain't dealing with no nigga out here, man. Wisdom is only dealing with the men that have a kingly nature about themselves, that show respect to themselves. See, when you on semen retention, you showing respect to yourself. When you fasting, you showing respect to yourself, right? Okay? You got to understand that. So you're allowing your vessel to be used as a host for wisdom. Wisdom will fall in love with you. And in return, you will fall in love with wisdom. And I said something on the video the other day, yesterday on my peace video. I said, yes, fasting and semen retention, the benefits do outweigh. And I didn't finish it, but the benefits outweigh the suffering that you have to go through. That's what the benefits outweigh. The suffering that you have to go through. And yeah, it's, at times, wisdom will test you. Yeah. And it's suffering for you to have to execute certain things of wisdom. Because you might have to execute it towards people that you emotionally attached to. You know? But it might be a wise thing for you to cut that individual off. You understand? You might be off into an engagement or an endeavor that you might really enjoy. But at the moment of time, where to get you to the next level, it might be a wise thing for you to go ahead and cut it off. Because of this game, this wisdom, right? Let's keep reading. For the Holy Spirit of discipline, right, will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. So which means when you know, whenever you get off of semen retention, or you know you want to go back off in the world, the spirit gonna leave you, King, until you jump back on. That's just what it is. You know, the spirit left Solomon. You know, when Solomon went to entertaining the world, when he left this precious game, right? The spirit left him too. Wisdom left, right? And you're subjugated to all the lower forms of the vibrational wavelength, right? Which is hell. Okay, and all that goes for all the prophets, all of us, all the great kings, right? That goes for all of us that's pursuing this beautiful wisdom, right? When we endeavor at no matter what time, right? The spirit leaves. Can you get it back? If the Most High wants you with it, yeah. If he don't want to fuck with you no more, he'll leave you stuck out there. He'll turn you over to a reprobated mind, which means that you will be so indulged off into what you're doing that you'll basically be in a time loop. You understand? Okay. I wanted to get one more. It says, therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read that one more time because that's very important. Therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him. See, I have to reread it for it to make sense, right? Which means, right, is this. When you seeing somebody get judged, man, leave that person alone. See, a lot of these hoes out here about to get judged. That's why I said in my video the other day, I'm not helping a lot of you hoes because I got the king mind. I got the wisdom to know that this is judgment that's coming upon you women. Right? A lot of you bitch ass niggas about to get judged. I got the king mind and the wisdom to know this is judgment that's about to befall upon you all. Right? And what happens when you go to dealing with somebody that's being judged, right? You'll get judged. You'll get judged. Right? Like on the book of Eli, that's why Eli, when that woman was coming, when she was running from those men and he hid behind that rock, he kept reminding himself, this is judgment, this is judgment, this is judgment. And he let them men rape her. Why? Because it was judgment on her. See, when things were good, she probably was fucking all type of men. Probably had her husband cheating on her. You know what I'm saying? Doing the most. Now God done put her in a situation to bring this judgment on her. Right? It's judgment. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time a lady got mad with me because she was like, if you see a woman getting snatched up, you ain't gonna sue nothing. I say, not a motherfucking thing. I'm not doing shit. I'm not getting involved. There's judgment on her. Right? I done went to men homes and man, they were up in there beating their old lady. Now, to a lot of you guys, you be like, man, you ain't trying to stop them. You ain't call the police. Not at all. It's judgment. It's judgment. A lot of men dead right now. A lot of men in prison right now for interfering in judgment. I'm wise. I want to be a wise king. You got to understand and know when judgment is in front of you. Okay? You got to know and be wise enough when the spirit jump on you to administer judgment. Okay? But I advise you guys, man, to get off into Ecclesiasticus Proverbs, and the wisdom of Solomon. You know, these books are for kings, you know, and it's not for the average man. You know, the average motherfucking man that's depleted out here of his life source, you know, or don't seek the Most High God. Matter of fact, that's 13. I gotta read that before I go to Lord. Oh man. Yeah, this it. Yep, this it right here. This is 13, because a lot of these niggas don't believe in the Most High God, and a lot of these bitches out here don't believe in the Most High God. But let's see, and this how I'm gonna end this right here. It say, this is Wisdom of Solomon 13. It say, surely vain are all men by nature who are ignorant, which means not knowing, right, of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is, neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster. So that's motherfuckers out here, you know, God bless them, right? They out here enjoying life, right? They out here on the same earth as you, breathing the good oxygen, right? Looking up at the beautiful clouds, right? Seeing rain, right? You understand me? Looking at the stars at night, they get a chance to do that. But besides them, right, acknowledging the one who created this environment for them, even created them and placed them in this environment. Let's see what they do. But deem either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world. With whose beauty, if they being delighted, took them to be gods. That's what these people do out here. They worship it, right? They worship their lifestyle. They worship their job, right? They worship these things. They worship the stars. They worship all these things. They worship they wife. Okay? You understand? You know, this puts them in a position where they're an unfit king. They can't rule. Let them know how much better the Lord of them is, for the first author of beauty have created them. So the Lord is saying right here, man, I'm the first author of beauty. I'm so beautiful that I created everything. I'm the first author of beauty. If you admiring it, I created it, right? I don't give a fuck. If you admiring it, even if, as me, right, I'm a songwriter, right? Every song that I create, man, and that's for even the niggas that got wicked ass songs out here. Man, them songs came from the spirit realm. The Lord wanted them songs out here. If they wicked ass songs, right? Drill music, right? The Lord wanted them songs out here. Why? Because there was a lot of niggas that he wanted dead off them songs. Yeah. Yeah, the Lord let them songs exist upon the earth. Same as, you know, songs that we might consider as righteous or loving. You know, a lot of songs, you know, ain't really too many songs out there right now like that that comes in that nature. And I mean, even the old music, when you go to digging off in old music, a lot of them niggas were simps. But the Lord let that music come because it was a lot of women in that time frame that the Lord wanted to use to fuck over those men. Right? That's just what it was. But because the Lord is the author of all things, ain't nothing on the earth without the Lord say so. Okay? Good or bad. Right? That goes for people and everything. Okay? So on that note, right? I hope you fellas have learned something, and I hope you fellas you know, dig off into these scripts, man, into this good game, and look, you're not gonna get it right every day, all day, but the object of the game is to be as kingly and as righteously as a king as you possibly can. Okay? Because the more of this game that you got within your spirit, the more kingly one can move. Okay? But like I say, this ain't for everybody. You know, everybody isn't designed to be a king, right? So, I understand that. So this is only for the kings, right? And on that note, I I appreciate y'all, you know, for coming in the portal, you know, and allow me to let my vessel be used to give you this beautiful message. And until we meet again next time in the portal, I pray that the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, keep you and your family covered, and also me and mine. I appreciate you so much. And until next time we meet in the portal, I'm out.